Good evening, everybody. My name is Tom Finney, aka Conscious, and today I just want to talk to y'all about a serious subject: suicide. I was doing research and came across some interesting facts about suicide. Suicide is led by depression, bullying, loneliness, and those are just some of the few things that could lead up to suicide. And right now, I have some facts about suicide right now that I just want to read off to everybody out there. Listen, suicide takes nearly 30,000 Americans every year. So 30,000 Americans every year die from suicide. That's a lot of people. Another fact is majority of the people that die from suicide never seek professional help. People, if you know somebody out there and they having suicidal thoughts, encourage them to go see help. Even if they just talking negative or talking crazy, encourage them to go see somebody. Go talk to somebody, a church member, a school counselor, a person that they really could look up to, a brother, a sister, a parent, loved one, anybody. Allow them, maybe even you. Don't be so shallow about it. Let people come to you and talk to you about their issues and have an open ear. Listen to these issues. Another fact is suicide kills twice as many people than HIV and AIDS. And if y'all out there, y'all watch the news and y'all in tune with what's going on with your current affairs, AIDS is a big killer of African Americans and a lot of people in this world as well. And suicide kills twice as many people than HIV and AIDS. Look that up, people. Another fact is over half of all suicide occurs in adult men at the ages of 25 to 65. So basically what it's saying is in between the ages of 25 and 65, men are committing suicide in between those ages. And once again, it's like, who are they talking to? Who are the people around these people that's seeing all this? Another fact I would like to read off to y'all is for young people, listen up to this. Young people from the ages of 15 to 24 years old, suicide is the third leading cause of death. It's the third leading cause of death to young people from the ages of 15 to 24. I mean, we got to do something about that, people. Another fact is a person that commits suicide, it's been estimated that they at least attempted 8 to 25 times before they actually committed suicide. Either we're not looking, we're not paying attention to these people, but 8 to 25 times they try to commit suicide before they actually did it. What are we looking at? What are we not getting from these people? What are we not reading through these people? Or are we ignoring the signs and just moving on with our lives? Or we just seeing them and just forgetting about them, not taking them seriously? People, it's serious. 30,000 Americans die from it every year. And I have some more facts for y'all. Every 16.2 minutes, someone commits suicide. So estimated time, every 15 minutes, there's somebody committing suicide. And a lot of times it's really not affected until it hits home. Most people are not affected by suicide until it hits home, until it hits somebody that they know, somebody that they're real close with. Then they start seeing the signs. Then they start going on their social network and start to patch little things together, things that they haven't noticed before. But after the person is gone, after the fact is done, they start to see these things. Some more facts. Most people who committing suicide, most people that commit suicide, they either talk about wanting to die or giving harm to themselves. Pay attention to those things. And these right here are things I'm about to tell y'all to see the signs of what's going on with these people. Another sign that you could pick up on is people looking for ways to harm themselves, kill themselves, buying guns, doing things that they normally won't do to bring harm to themselves, playing with weapons, stabbing themselves, cutting themselves, things like in that nature. Another fact for suicide is people talking about being hopeless and wanting to die, not thinking that they have anything to live for, that their life is just hopeless, that they can't come up. They can't prosper. They can't do nothing right. Like, they always doing things wrong. They always doing things bad. They can't get it together. They just feel hopeless. They feel like they don't deserve to be here, or they don't, or nobody wants them here. Another fact is people talking about being a burden to other people, feeling like you're the reason why so and so is going through this, or if you wasn't here, then this would be easy for people. So and so wouldn't be going through this. Blaming yourself for things that you probably really have nothing to do with, and that's another thing. That's another sign that people go through. Another sign is the increase of use of alcohol and drugs. You know, you start to see people do drugs more, drink more, you know, do things, partying more, out of the ordinary things that you know they're not used to doing. Like, most people, they drink on the weekends. If they do drugs, they do it on the weekend. They're not that into it. When you start to see an increase in that, starting to drink every day, every minute, like they can't function with alcohol, they just got to be high all the time. You know, that's also a sign of suicide. It's not a sign that they just living life, going through this, or just being messed up all the time. That's a sign of suicide. That's a clear sign of suicide, or having suicidal thoughts. Another fact is they having a hard time sleeping, or sleeping too much. You know, when you see somebody, they just always in bed, not wanting to get up, not wanting to live life, not just into what's going on. They just want to sleep, or they just have a hard time sleeping. Like, they're just always up. They always on social network writing things like they don't want to be here no more, and life is hard. And these are signs we need to pick up on, people, and it's happening every day. I go down my timeline, and I also see these things. I see people, and I try my hardest to reach out to them, but I see things on my timeline on Twitter and Instagram like, this is it for me. I don't want to be here no more. I have no purpose. I have no cause. Like, my life is bad. I don't think I can make it. And I see this, and I try to encourage these people on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I try my hardest to encourage these people. But this is a serious subject. It's going to take more than just one person, two people. If you see it, recognize it and address it. Another sign is going through withdrawal or feeling isolated. You know, people, they when they having suicidal thoughts, they feel withdrawal from people. They don't want to be around people. They want to be in their own lane. You know, you ever see people walk around with just hoods on? They don't talk. They don't mingle with people. They don't hang around people. You'll never see them with people. They just always covered up. They always walk around with the hood, just back and forth. And you think it's weird, or that person is out there. No, you talk to that person. They might be having suicidal thoughts about what's going on in their lives. You never know what's going on in somebody's life if you don't sit down and really talk and get to know people. Another fact is showing rage, or talking about seeking revenge with people. Like, going off all the time, wanting to fight all the time. You always see people, like, for example, walking around with the hoods on. They always ready to fight. They always ready to go off. They always trying to seek revenge from people that's always messing with them. And a lot of times they don't seek physical revenge from people. They don't go angry on and just go off on people. They go off on themselves. And that's what the suicide comes from. You know, they go off, they mad, they angry because you're bullying me, you're bothering me, you're getting on my nerves, and I want to make you feel bad, so I'm going to do harm to myself to make you feel like it's your fault, and you think that you got to suffer for what I did to me because it's your fault. That's seeking revenge, and it don't always have to be a physical thing. Another fact is displaying extreme mood changes. I mean, that's a common thing that we see every day, but address it, people. You know, we see people, they have mood changes. They sad, they happy, they depressed, they lonely, they down, they up. You know, talk to them people. Ask them, you know, is everything all right? But mean it. Ask them, is everything all right? Everything going well with you? You know, like, you been kind of out of it, or you this or you that. Like, what's going on? Like, you want to talk? Can I do something to help? What's going on? Address these situations, people. Like, this is going on in our neighborhood. This is going on with people that we're close to, with friends and families and loved ones. More facts. this is additional warnings. You know, you see they being fascinated with death, watching videos about people dying, seeing ways of killing themselves, watching deadly movies, just figuring out ways how they can kill themselves, seeing death as an outlet. So they're interested in it. They doing research on death. They're doing research on, you know, other people killing themselves, other people dying, watching little videos on YouTube. The YouTube have 1,000,001 videos of people dying on there. And believe it or not, that's kind of affecting people when they definitely going through things because they're looking for stuff like that. And to them, they think dying is easy. So they trying to figure out ways, fast deaths, fast ways to kill themselves and take themselves out. They trying to find ways of doing it. More facts, more additional warnings. I'm sorry. You know, suddenly they become calmer. You see people in rage, and then you just see people always on chill, like their mood is just calm, like they have no care in the world. They just calm. They're still not happy. They're still not sad, but they just calm about everything. Nothing excites them. Nothing brings them down in your eyes. They're calm. They're just flowing with every day. Every day you see them, they just in a flow. That's calmness. Watch that. That's also a sign. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but that's also a sign for suicides. Another sign is lose interest in things that they care about. Like if somebody was into sports and all of a sudden they lose interest in it, like they don't want to watch sports. It depresses them. They don't want to, whatever they was into, they lose interest in that, you know. And as family members and friends, you know what these people love. You know what these drive these people. When they lose interest in that, that's a warning of something's wrong. Another additional warning is they start visiting people and calling people and even giving shout outs on social media about, you know, I love you, you know, you was always a friend to me, you was always this, just saying, basically saying their goodbyes to their loved ones. So, you know, getting visit by people that you never get a visit from, or got a phone call, a text message, via message, whatever. Look on social network and start saying, you know, I love this person. I love mom. I love dad. I love girlfriend. I love boyfriend. I love cousins, aunties, uncles, nieces, nephews, whatever. They just giving out shout outs just out the blue. Like, I love you. You know, you was this and this and that. I'll always remember this. I'll always remember that. That's a sign. That's a clear sign of suicidal thoughts. Some more additional warnings is they're making arrangements and settling affairs, like making arrangements if they was going, like who's going to take care of what, who's going to take care of this when I'm going, who's going to take care of that when I'm going. They're making arrangements for that, and then trying to settle everything that they had going on with them. They're trying to settle it and clear it up, make sure every debt is paid and all this, so debt won't go on to nobody else, none of their loved ones, their immediate family members. And then they're arranging things that's going on with them, like if they got kids, you know, who's going to take care of this, who's going to take care of my child, who's going to take care of the house, who's going to take care of my car, who's going to take care of this and that, making arrangements for people to start stepping in and taking care of the things that they're going to lose. Another clear sign is giving things away of that was of value to them. Like some people, they value, you know, trophies and things like that, and little monuments of accomplishments that they accomplished in their life, and what means so much to them, and then they start giving those things away. That's a sign that something is wrong. That person is probably having suicidal thoughts. So, with all the information that you learned today, there's also a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline number. The number is 1-800-273-TALK. Once again, that's 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. And for those who didn't really hear me clearly, I have it written down for y'all. Here you go. So that was a little bit information on suicide. It's just something that, was on my heart that I had to talk about, that I was seeing a lot of signs, and I just wanted to research it and share it with the world. I hope y'all got a lot of information out of this today, and I hope, we could start preventing these things from happening to people or loved ones, friends, and family members. And once again, my name is Tom Finney, aka Conscious. You can follow me on Twitter at Conscious1, which is KONSCIENCE 1. It's Conscious with a K 1. And you can also follow me on Instagram, which is KONSCIENCE 1, Conscious 1. It's always Conscious with a K 1. And also, you can follow me on Facebook, which is Thomas Finney, or you can go to my like page, which is Conscious with a K, KONSCIENCE. And thank y'all for listening. If y'all watched the whole video, I appreciate it. And this is the first step of helping saving lives. So I thank y'all for tuning in.